Hi, this is Snehal with Outdoo. In this video, we will create a roleplay agent from a prompt. To do that, you can head to your home screen and click on Create Roleplay Agent, or you can also go to your Roleplay Agent screen and then click on Create Roleplay Agent button on the top right corner, right? So let me just select single agent for now. We'll just use one of the existing prompts that we have, and this role play agent is about a buyer who's Kathy, who works at All the Best. She's sales VP, a little skeptical, cautious, analytical, and her main concerns are around pipeline generation, growth, and forecasting. So let me just go ahead and click on enter. But before that, I need to select the scenario. So let me select that Kathy is aware of the problem that she is facing. We have multiple scenarios over here, and you can create custom scenarios depending on the business you're in. So let me just click on enter. It will just take a few moments and create the role play agent. So my role play agent is all ready to be deployed, to be published. But before that, let me just configure a few things just to ensure that it's aligned with my business, right? So let's start by changing the persona. We can also change the language of the role play agent, right? So we support over 20 languages, from German, Spanish, Chinese, English, and so on, right? You can also change the voice of the role play agent, right? So if, let's say, if you are using an European language, you can select a European voice, which changes the accent a bit. The greeting line, we can also configure the background of the role play agent, right? So it's already mentioned that Kathy is slightly cautious and skeptical. So let's just stay with that. Any other personality description that you want to add? Maybe they're analytical, maybe they're looking for, they're driven by case studies and reports and so on. You can mention over here, right? The next part is the behavioral configuration. Now, we have some default behaviors already set in, but you can create custom behavior of your role play agent. There are around 25 parameters that you can actually change. For example, if you want the role play agent to open up slowly, right? Or you want the role play agent to be very conversational, very collaborative, very supportive, you can do that as well and change the difficult settings, right? Difficulty settings. So let me now go to the company offerings. This is the description of the company which the role play agent represents, right? So this is all the best tech for this role play agent. So you can add, what the company is doing, what products or services they are engaged in, right? Then go on to add the scenario which we had already selected while creating the role play agent in the very first step, and then set up buyer priorities, right? So as we had actually written in the prompt, that the top priorities remain pipeline generation, forecasting, and growth. The AI has automatically picked up that and added to the priorities and objections. And finally, the scorecard, right? So every role play call needs to be supported with the scorecard. This helps you to analyze, score the call automatically, give your team members instant feedback on what they can do, what they did wrong, and how they can improve, right? So let me just preview and save these changes, right? So my role play agent is now saved and ready. One thing I can do, of course, this looks little long, little complicated, but to simplify this entire process, we have added a fine tuning agent over here, right? So let's say if I don't know which fields to change or how much to change, I could just type in, make this agent open up slowly. This could be one of my priorities for changing the persona of the agent. Let me add another, let's say, priority or an objection for this agent, which could be add an objection. They don't have any budget planned for uh, this quarter, right? So this is as simple as typing in your generative AI platform, and I click on enter. So the fine tuning agent will just analyze your query that you have written, and it will automatically modify the role play agent. So you don't have to worry about which field to change, how much to change, and so on, right? So I can see that in this buyer objections, an extra field has been added, which says that no budget planned for this quarter, right? So it's as easy as that. Now I can just click on publish, and that's it. The role play agent is ready. You can go ahead, you can try the call, right? Or you can share it with your team, add to a folder, add to a course or a call blitz. Thank you.